Happy Wednesday, everyone. I need my light on. How's everyone doing today? We are back with more. Maybe we'll see the last Nancy Drew Legend of the Crystal Skull stream today. We will see. I'm not super hopeful. I don't know how long of a stream this is going to be. I do need to run once my husband gets home from work. I want to go to the store, and we're getting steaks tonight. We're grilling. We be grilling. We've had like the most lovely, I thought about a weekend stream, but we had some of the most lovely weather this weekend. Like, so good. 10 minutes before my daughter's bedtime, which we're pretty loose about anyways. We're like, should we go to the park and swing? And so we have like a park literally a block and a half from our house. Went down there and put her on the swings, and we had a blast. Oh, water sip. Thank you, Rachel, for the water sip. Hi, Rachel, by the way. Hi, Anya. So officially, the Discord is happening by next week. Anya's in cahoots with me on this. I did not get it figured out this past week, but I so recognize we need a space to yap off stream. Hold on, I think I need to like smush this down just a little. There we go. So that's happening. And what else is happening? Oh, I got bots. I figured out bots. Yep, exactly. That's what we do. But I figured out bots. And by figured out, I mean, I think they're like, I don't know. What's a command I can do? Command, if we do lurk, does it work? Does it work? Maybe it doesn't. Okay. We have bots. They're just not here. They're around. It worked last Wednesday after stream that night. I literally just spent like 2 hours on my computer just trying to figure out bots and stuff like that. So that's not, maybe, is that just like a Twitch exclusive thing maybe? So if they're here in spirit, right? They're supporting us from afar. They're watching us. Now, if I do it in just the Twitch, because I did that through Restream, I wonder if... Okay, the bots are not here, actually. They're not here yet. They're aware of us, but they're not here. So, putting that on my list of things to figure out for next week, including that and Discord. And the Discord will be here by next week. I talked with Anya about it, and it's happening. It's for real happening. Totally open for like channel suggestions in there. I have a Discord with just like my IRL friends that we don't use enough. I had such high hopes for it at first. That was like my first like venture into figuring out Discord servers. It's kind of new to me. What do you use for bots? If it's a cloud bot, mine would get toggled off all the time, probably. Also, hi, Kristen. I hope you're doing well. I loved your Instagram post earlier. I saw it. I'm guessing you posted it today. I didn't look at the time on it, but I absolutely loved it, and you looked great in your picture. So, fun to see you on my feed. Bots. I think I bookmarked them. I think I was responsible enough to bookmark them. We should have Nightbot around. Maybe I just need to... Oh, Nightbot's here. Been so inactive. Trying to revive. I totally get it. I literally just got out of like a social media slump / just like engagement slump. Like I'm totally that kind of person where I can be good for like 3 weeks of the month, and then there's like 1 week of the month, usually my period, 1 week of the month that I'm just like, sometimes 2, where I just need to like disconnect a little bit and it's like I just need to reboot a little bit, and then like a week or 2 later I feel great again and I want to get back into things, and it's a necessary break typically. So I hope you have enjoyed your little break in activity, step away, whatever you need to call it. They are so needed and so healthy. And I always like feel bad when I'm in the midst of one too. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've ruined everything. My channels are ruined. It's never that big of a deal. I'm such a like binary thought process person where I'm either like in it or out of it, and there's no in between. And so my brain just doesn't recognize breaks in that way, but I'm learning to. Life slump, 100%. And I don't know if it was just like the last like month or something. I think I'm feeling better because of the weather. I'm not really much of a seasonal depression person, but I just know that once it's nice and sunny and I can be outside, my life just changes monumentally. But yeah, life slump is such a good way to put it. I just got out of one, and you always make it to the other side. There's always a light at the end of that life slump tunnel, but sometimes you just got to enjoy the journey while you're in that slump and just veg out and take care. I don't think that's not a nice thing to say. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about that phrase. My apologies. I'm going to remove that one from my vocabulary. I totally recognize how that could be a problematic thing to say. I apologize. I think that's just a phrase that my mom always said growing up. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, apologies, we learn and we move on. All right. Okay, Nightbot's online. So what are some commands I can try? I just want to test this out with you guys. I have lurk and I have socials. So if I do not in that one. Twitch. Here we go. How can you have it so that it's like constantly... It works. So if you guys want to lurk, there's a lurk command. I got my socials. I don't know how to like link them specifically yet. I think there needs to be like a database of like examples of like, here's how to make a bot do this. There's a lot of it's on Reddit and it's pretty hard to find. And I also just need to toggle it so that, and then all the default commands are there. I don't know what all of them do. So yeah, there's like, I can like pick a winner from chat and stuff like that. I don't know. Well, the fact that they're here is a big step, and we will grow from here. So yeah, bots, active, commands, semi-active. I thought I had a MooBot too. Does that sound? Did I have MooBot? Maybe. What I was really looking for is something, because I use Restream for like multi-streaming for channels, but that does not import Twitch channel point redemption specifically. So I'm pretty sure if I do... Also, ads should be set for every hour. Just little update things. So if I do like... I think, Rachel, when you redeemed the water sip, I think that worked earlier. So if I do like a cheers, it should like pop up right here. Hold on. So I do get a sound alert now for anytime something's redeemed. It used to just be like hiding in my Twitch like stream manager thing, and now it's here. Anything to discuss before we get into the game today? I think we're going to start here pretty soon. And by pretty soon, I never know what that means because I say it. I was the same way teaching. When I was teaching, I was such a big announcement person. I like had to like have a student like keep time for me and be like, Miss Hemp, you've been talking for 5 minutes. We have to get started because I can just go on and on. I over-explain. I yap too much. Hi, Emma. Welcome in. I'm so happy we got to raid your Twitch last week. How'd the rest of your stream go? I was lurking in the background, but that's usually my time to like hop off, start making supper for the baby, all that kind of fun stuff. But we're so happy to have you here. We are hopefully finishing Legend of the Crystal Skull today. This is our 6th stream playing it, which feels kind of long for a Nancy game, because typically they take me like 3-4 streams, so I'm not even gonna worry about MooBot right now. MooBot can just lurk. Is good. Yeah, I've been so interested in those. I've seen so many playthroughs from You've Done It, Libby Lou has done one. I think Nina Struggles did it. I'm pretty sure she did. She's gearing up for her like Sleuthy Summer is what it's called, and she marathons like 2 Nancy Drew games every Saturday, and I'm so excited. If you don't follow Nina Struggles, she has such a fun community of people, and they're so funny, and it's so much fun to enjoy like I will go back and like rewatch the Sleuthy Summer like playlist on her YouTube when I need a little Nancy fix. I think last summer when I was just like chilling with my baby and it was too hot to go outside, like I just watched the entire thing, I think. Okay, it is long. It is a long game, and it's difficult. I think I've come to decide I really like this game to play Legend of the Crystal Skull. I really like this game to play like by myself, like on a really rainy day. It's a perfect game to just like hunker down, listen to the rain outside, and play it. But I'm kind of feeling like it's not the best for stream. And I really like this game. It's just I don't think it's translated as well to stream. Um, Maybe I haven't translated as well to stream, but I totally like I felt it. Huge fan of Nina. Yep, I think she was the first Nancy. It was between her and Half Moon Joe were the first like bigger Nancy streamers that I followed. And I love getting into finding like someone I really love on Nancy Drew because I get to explore so many other games too that like okay if they're a fan of this game I'm probably going to be a fan of that game, or I just like see games that I would have never thought to pick up myself. And it's I feel like us Nancy Drew lovers are kindred spirits. Hi Mickey on Twitch, it's good to see you here. We're about to start playing Legend of the Crystal Skull, a Nancy Drew game. But yeah, so she's ramping up for Sleuthy Summer. She put a poll up to like rank all the Nancy Drew games. She used to play them in order, and I think this year she's like doing them based on like fan rankings. So I just did like I spent like 15 minutes the other night trying to rank all the games. Some of them made my top 10 that I wasn't expecting. I don't think I've ever sat down and like truly ranked all the games before. Something we should do together on stream. And if we have time after stream, if we do finish the game, we have to update our character sheet, and I think we need to start our resume. So let's just get into it. Let's get into it. I don't think I have anything else to really announce. Let me check my list of notes I always make. I have like talking points. I used to do this when I was teaching too, just to get like good at saying things. That's one thing about streaming is like you have to have things to talk about, it turns out. Okay, we talked about bot commands. I had that one down. I have a couple others. We'll save the other topics for later in stream and see if they work their way in naturally. But let's get down to business. I've been so excited for today's stream. I've just been so excited. It's the weather. I have had windows open like every day this week. Every day. And honestly, like my daughter, she just turned 1 in January and she's starting to like hit like the toddler emotions. She's got some big emotions. We just had it this morning in here. I had her like, she was just like collapsed in the middle of my floor going through it, the poor thing. Just big emotions. You know, you're 1, you never feel those emotions before. And so I'm like helping her through it. She just wants nothing more than to like be at my setup here, and she loves playing with my keyboards. And I was trying to like give her one of my other keyboards to play with, and she knew it wasn't this keyboard, and I was trying to like set things up for stream. It was a little dramatic, but we got through it. But she's definitely like discovered that she loves being in here with me, and I love it because I get to be in here. And typically like I don't work during the mornings. I'm just downstairs with her. But lately we come up here, we open a window, she plays with my like controllers and stuff back here. I always have to like re-pick this up every time she's in here. But no, I swear having the windows open has like helped calm part of her nervous system, which same for me. It makes sense why that would work, but I think just like it's sometimes a little too cold to go outside, or like we have to really bundle up for a walk if we want to go outside. It's not just like a go outside and enjoy it as is weather quite yet, but having the windows open and the birds at the bird feeder, I just got another bird feeder, has like, oh my gosh, I think it's improved everyone's mood in this house, actually. So I really hope if you are somewhere where you feel winter or just cold weather in general, I hope you're starting to get the nice weather. It just makes such a difference. Finally getting sunny, and I'm so excited. Exactly, the seasonal, and like I kind of vibe with the seasonal depressies sometimes. I love a good excuse to stay indoors, and I know that isn't always the best for mental health, but I really love winter. Is like my hibernation period where I like there's just not as many events going on, there's not as many trips for us to make, it's such a good time to just hunker down and be cozy and make really good stews and just like be a family unit for a little bit. But I definitely hit like end of February, March, and I'm ready to get out of that pit. And yeah, I've been ready for a while. I will always be one that talks about weather too. I never find it to be a boring small talk topic. I think it's a very interesting topic, and it's something we all have in common. So I will always be talking about the weather on here. It's cloudy and a little rainy here. Take it. I love a good rainy day too, though. I'm happy to have rain instead of snow finally. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a stormy day for us, or like overcast and kind of cloudy. So, oh, one more thing before I jump into the game. I got my other Libby Lou sweatshirt. I got them both on the same day, but I'm wearing my other one today, Junior Detective. I am not yet worthy of the Senior Detective sweatshirt, so we'll stick with this one for now. She has, let me put the link in chat again. I think it's Cozy Gamer Emporium. This link is a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. There we go. Tons of really cute cozy gaming, like cozy wear. Incredible. She does a great job of being super inclusive with her sizes. So, not something you see, especially from like a smaller, clothing designer, shop, boutique, whatever it may be called. But she has like an incredibly wide range of sizes. So there's something for everyone there, whether you're a Nancy Drew fan or not a Nancy Drew fan. She's got a whole bunch of stuff. So check her out. That's what I'm wearing today. She's also a Nancy Drew streamer. So yeah, highly recommend checking her out. Anywho, let's get into it. Put you over here. Put this on live scene. Whoops. I'm just moving you guys a smidge. Stormed all night and I had a dream that my streets were so flooded I had to travel by watercraft. No, that's a horrible...
Center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do,
trying to make sure you guys
take a
don't
look
have
at
an
the book
echo.
titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially.
Let me know how volume is. I do like talking over Nancy sometimes. She talks too much. And I think that's another thing with this game. Is it dialogue heavy? It feels a little dialogue heavy.
Really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad.
All right. So, jumping back to where we were, we went to the Jolly Rogers meeting, which is something I always love when my husband shows me anything. Like, I swear every like 3 months he'll show me something Jolly Rogers related, and it always gives me the chance to re-explain the Jolly Rogers plotline of Nancy Drew. So, just another like way of how Nancy Drew is. She's like my go-to topic. I learn so much from her. I share so much about her. I share so much I've learned from her. These are great games. This game has a lot of I think there's a lot of like character digging you can do, especially with Mr. Henry Bollet, our emo king. And I think we finished off by talking to...
Yes?
Yeah, I think we
Sounds good.
depleted our dialogue options. So let's look at our to-do list. I think I have everything done up until this point. Oh no, it's the buzzard statue. This is what I was avoiding last stream. This is how I ended the stream. I was like, should we get through it? No, we'll save it for next stream. And now next stream's here. Now we gotta get through it. Pull the heads on those buzzard statues in the garden. I might cheat on this one. I'm gonna try not to. But I think this is one of those puzzles I think I completed it once, actually. I was reflecting. I played this game a few times. I think I completed it once and I hated it. So every time I've played it since, I have always looked up the solution to the puzzle. Find all of Bruno's glass eyes. We can't do that yet. Haven't done all that yet. I genuinely think all we have left is the buzzard statue. Okay. So we need to figure out how to make them. I thought I had a little crappy drawing for myself, but I don't. But we need to make all of the buzzard statues look alike. Not this, not this. This. 2 up. These ones back. These ones partially out. I think these ones like aren't extended all the way on the bottom. The algorithm has blessed me today. My goodness, I love these games. What a funness. Oh, I'm so happy to have you here. I think you are my first YouTube chatter in chat right now. So welcome. I'm so happy you're here. A lot of us are over on Twitch, TikTok, just wherever you want to join. It really doesn't matter. So I should have like, I think chat should be popping up like on screen so you can see what everyone's saying. But we're so happy to have you here, Megan. Let us know what your favorite Nancy Drew game is. That's always a really good like getting to know each other question. Mine is Shadow Ranch, personally. Close second, Ghost of Thornton Hall. And yeah, I feel like these are those games that we all like grew up playing, but like maybe didn't know a whole. I had like one other friend in my life. I still talk to her that played these games, and we'd like trade them back and forth so we could maximize our gameplay. And now that we're all adults on social media, we're finding each other, and it's just been the best thing. There's a great Clue Crew community on Instagram if you're not currently a part of it. Lots of great like activities going on. The Nancy Drew like fan or like official page is kind of like in on everything. So if you're looking for like Nancy Drew camaraderie, Instagram is the place to go. That's where I found most of my people. Okay, so we are, I think, towards the end of the game. I don't know how close we are. I don't think do I have a... Nope. Okay. I swear I get war flashbacks to... Oh no, get down. To trying to do this on a laptop touchpad every single time I do this little mini game. It's not fun. I wouldn't call it a game. Okay, so we are stuck on this, so each one, those things unlock eventually. Okay, so that one had like 6 little switch sounds, and it put this feather up. So if I click it again, what happens? All the way up, which I should really write down from our book what we need to do. Also, let me just grab, I want to put my, I want to get my Twitch manager screen up just in case I need to mod anything in chat. Doesn't typically happen when we get a random bot thing or like, I don't know, spammy thing in here every once in a while. There we go. Okay, we are doing this. I'm not looking up the answer unless I get really pissed. We're doing it though. Okay. So we got that one all the way up. So this one only deals with the top. I need to figure out how to write this down. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to make my little buzzard here. Don't worry, I'll show you guys my artwork. If you want to buy it, it'll be available. No, I'm kidding, it's terrible. Here's what we're working with. So these are each of the little lever things that we pull. This is our buzzard. And the one on the left affected which one again? I need to look. Okay. Moves that one time. Okay, I'm going to click it again to see if we can like get him back to normal. If you need help, let me know. I'm sure you've got it. I will probably need help. No, I love backseat gaming. Please. Do they go up 3 times? No, okay, I really don't know what's happening there anymore. But anyways. So when you listen to it, you can hear it lift. I finally figured it out. So you can hear it each time. It clicks 6 times, one for each feather, and that's the ones that it's putting up or down, it sounds like. So that one affected this one and this one. And it seemed to raise them each one. Oh, this is such a Her Interactive puzzle. Okay, that one definitely didn't touch the last two, I don't think. So we have it affected this one. And this one. And then this one. I think it only affected the last one if I heard correctly. Yes. All right, here's our lovely drawing. Okay, so each feather has 3 different levels it can be. Each statue moves them either up or down or nothing. Oh, shoot. That complicates things. Okay, so we need these 2 up top. So I'm going to click this one again, I believe. Also, I don't think I have one that affects... I don't have anyone written down that affects this one. And we need... I keep not drawing this thing. I'm like, oh, guys, we got to look at this. And then I keep not drawing. I think it's like the top 2 are all the way up, and then the bottom 2 are slightly up, and then these 2 are all the way back. So it just looks like 2 L's with your hands. I'll just remember it that way. I don't want to draw it. Okay, these 2 are up, and I don't want anything to affect them, but we'll see. We need to get this one back, so I'm going to... No. Hold on. I don't think I can solve it, but... No, I don't think it's gonna, actually. We might be close. Oh. Not quite. I need one that just affects this one. So I think I want to do that one again. Sorry, it's... My neighbor has like one of the noisiest pickup trucks. He's a great neighbor. I'm not bitching yet. But he has such a noisy pickup. You guys could probably hear it. It's just like an old beater truck, which I get. My family's loved their beater cars growing up, but it's so loud. There was one time he had to leave at like 6 in the... It was like 5 something in the morning for sure. And I knew, like, I heard it, and I was like, oh, that's going to wake my baby up. It sure did. But it was, like, perfect, because I was awake anyways, and I couldn't sleep, and I was just, like, she just got to come, like, snuggle in bed with us. It was perfect. So, not a huge complaint, but that thing is a noisy. Okay. We're getting close. We are getting close. I think I figured out which statues make the feathers go up. Okay, I think I did, too. It'll help if you figure out which statues make... Exactly. That's the part I'm, like... So far, so good. These 2 are being left alone, which I can work with. Now I just need to work with, I think this one. Yeah, I don't know which one makes that one go down is my issue now, I think. We'll click... I'm so scared to click you. We'll see what happens. Maybe this one makes that other one go down. We're getting there. I'm just so scared to click the ones that affect the top ones because I have them in place and they're perfect. I feel like I have to click it though. I'm just going to click U and see what happens. Okay. And now here's where me as a streamer, I should be wearing a headset is really what it is. I actually hate, fun fact about me, remember on TikTok when it was about to get banned in the US and everyone was like spilling their secrets? When I put my headset on for gaming, it is purely for gaming aesthetics. I never use it to game with. I never use my headset to game with unless it's like, I never use it to game with. I think I used it once because Anya, you were like, okay, Maddie, this is a game that you actually need to like listen to things for. Usually I just keep my volume super quiet so it doesn't pick up on my mic. And I played like, as long as it's like a captioned game, not always a huge deal. When it comes for listening to things, I think we were playing, what was it? The Suicide of Rachel Foster, correct? I think. We were playing that game, and, like, there's so many, like, little, like, background sounds that just make it, like, extra eerie. It was, like, a spooky game, but, like, it was a dark game, but I'm not gonna say it was a super, like, no one chased me. It's not like a combat, you know, run from scary things game, but it was, like, there was, like, these spooky little sounds in the background I kept missing, and Anya was like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And so finally she was like, you just gotta put a headset on. That was like the last time I gamed wearing a headset, no joke. I really like my headset. It's very affordable. I don't think it's available anymore, but I love my headset. I love the aesthetic of the gaming headset, but I like never use it to actually game with. When I'm gaming, it's usually just me in my room alone, so I just let the volume fly on my little $20 speakers that every cozy gamer has, which I do also highly recommend. I don't think you need to spend more than like $20 on PC speakers, and that's crazy if you are, unless you're like a big audiophile or something. Okay. I'm gonna click this one again and see if that... Okay, I think it affected the last two. So if I click it again, we're getting there. The sounds can help a lot with this puzzle. It's not needed though if you don't. That's kind of, yeah. It'd probably make it go faster. Okay, we are so close, I think. So we got those two tucked back. I think this one, we have like one other one. Oh man, but hold on. We're so close. We just need to get this guy back a little bit. What moves him back? It's, I'm at that point in the puzzle where I'm like one move away, but one move is actually like 20 additional moves to get there. So I need you two to stay, you two to stay, you to just, I just need to, it back a little bit. Throw a rock at it real quick, Nancy. Well, I know it's not this one. Actually, I think this one put the last two down. This one puts that one up, so we don't, and so does this one. Shoot, I think that one affected, yeah. Okay, that one put it back one. I am like one button away, I think. So it doesn't matter. I can click these, so that affected the last one. It has to be one of these two. I don't want to press this one because that'll pull it forward. Ah! We just got to start. Okay, I think that affected this one. This one did get pushed back. We're one away. I think we're one away. Okay, hold on. I think we got this. If we click this one. And now we click. Holy moly, I think this one. Megan, you came back at the perfect time. Hey! We figured out the puzzle I've been dreading this entire game. Had to hop off for a phone call, but yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out this channel more. Awesome! My OG one I played was Message in the Haunted Man. Yep, in the Haunted Man. Tripping over my words here, and I think my favorite, maybe Phantom of Venice. I feel like Haunted Mansion is so many people's OG and like the first one they played. I didn't play that one until I was a lot older. Actually, I think my first was Ghost Dogs Moon Lake, and it scared the bejeebers out of me. Phantom of Venice, that one is so much fun and so, like, chaotic. That one I'm, like, really... I think we have to play that one on stream soon. I'm thinking, like, Alibi for kind of, like, springy summer vibes, but Phantom of Venice would be a perfect summertime one. There's just so... I think that would just be such a funny one to stream with you guys. I don't think I ever fully solved that buzzard head puddle. I think I just tried until I got lucky. There was a little strategy to this. We figured it out. Emma helped, so thank you, Emma. I didn't play it until I was much older because my mom thought it would be too scary for me. And, like, same with Ghost Dogs. I got through, like, that first opening scene and, like, had to, like, hard shut off hold down the button on the tower of the computer to, like, hard shut it down because I was so scared in that moment. I can still, like, that is such a experience that, like, I can, like, live every second of it over in my head. Do you ever play the original Secrets Can Kill with the weird 2D characters and the 2 discs you had to change to go to different locations? Okay, I have played a game where you had to, like, change out discs. I never played the original Secrets Can Kill. That would be one that, like, I have to keep an eye out on, like, Amazon or something. Anya, I think you sent me a picture, too, of, like, an OG Secrets Can Kill in, like, a thrift store. No, so I've never played the original one. I've watched it streamed all the way through. And the ending is so crazy. Like, I forget that, Nancy shoots someone. How were those kids' games back then? What flew for, like, kids' content in the 90s is actually crazy. Okay, so we got this crazy-looking key. Can I use it on each of these, I'm guessing? Oh! One. We're at... How many eyeballs do I need again? Wasn't it 24? Are these my last? Guys, are we going to finish the game early? I didn't want to finish it this early. I'm trying to think of what the end game is so I can be prepared. That's like the one thing about Nancy Drew games that makes me panic, is not knowing what to do at end game. And I think I remember. And I think it's similar... We don't need to spoil, but I think it's similar to the ending of Deception Island. I'm banking on that. Ooh. It's a painful looking eyeball. I think we have them all, though. The OG Secrets Can Kill was my first Nancy game. It was wild. You got to experience it in its heyday. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever met another Nancy Drew player whose, like, actual first game was the first Nancy Drew game. I didn't play the game itself. I played the remastered edition as an adult. And honestly, such a good introduction, especially the remastered one. Such a good introduction for the games, because I think the puzzles are super accessible. That's probably one of the easiest Nancy Drew games to play without a walkthrough. If you're not familiar with the games, or if you're just, like, not familiar with her interactive puzzles. Once you get, like, the puzzles under wraps and you've played a few games, you can kind of, like, transfer those skills to future games, or just, like, know how the puzzles or clues kind of work, or just know that you have to call every single character, like, 3 times before you can figure it out and move to the next. The element box from Secrets Can Kill. Yeah, that puzzle sucked. I do remember that one. Also, the fact that, like, the creepy contact person who plays her uncle, I don't think he's actually originally part of the games. I'm pretty sure he's not. It's only a puzzle I hated from Secrets Can Kill. The OG Secrets is really hard because it doesn't have a lot of hints and it's different than the clues. They do a lot later games and has a lot of note taking because Nancy won't do it for you. That makes sense. She didn't have like the journals or anything back then. What an improvement. Like those first 3 games. What an improvement from the first game to the third game. I haven't, the only 2 I haven't played all the way through. I have not played any of Secrets Can Kill original, and I have not played Stay Tuned for Danger. I have it. I think I have it where it's working on this PC. And I think it's just the graphics. Another one that would be really fun for stream, considering I haven't played it before. It's just like, it's one of those games that almost feels a little too outdated to play by myself. Unfortunately, I try not to be that kind of person, but I totally get it, especially for like, example, my husband, one of my first ever RPG games was Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and I love that game. It's like, it's one of my, it may be my favorite game in the world. I go back and replay it all the time modded now just because it's such a comfort game for me. The quests are so good. The exploring could be better because obviously like graphics weren't incredible in 2006. But there was a leak yesterday, and if anyone else is an Elder Scrolls fan, I'm a huge Bethesda player. For the most part, I play Fallout, I play Elder Scrolls, I played Starfield, and I just wish it was more than what it was. But, hold on, I need to get to where I'm going here. They had a leak yesterday. I always wonder how much a leak is actually a leak or if it's just more so like a marketing move for publicity, which I also get, and it's also kind of fun, but, you know, sometimes it's a little transparent. But there was a leak yesterday for Elder Scrolls Remastered. It's been rumored a lot in the last couple of months. It's been rumored for years, honestly. But, like, in the last couple of months, we started, like, really talking about, like, April, it's happening. It can be here as soon as next week. Like, legitimately. If anyone else is a big Elder Scrolls person, I'm so excited for it. Because my husband has always wanted to play Oblivion. And he's like, I just can't get past the graphics. The people look like they're carved out of potatoes. There's just not a lot in the wilderness. But a remastered, it's not even just like, what's the difference? There's a remastered and there's remake, and I think they're like 2 very different things, because like a remake just like updates the engine or like an updated version, it just like updates the engine, and this is like a completely like overhauled remake. We're also supposed to be getting like Skyblivion, which is a mod that people have just made for free, and they're going to like basically re-release Oblivion in their modded version using like the Skyrim engine. So very excited. I probably won't stream it. It's probably a game I'll play by myself unless someone really wants to see Oblivion. Maybe I'll like do a little bit of like an intro to it if anyone's excited about it, but I'm absolutely getting it and I'm so excited. This was like the first big RPG game I ever played as a gamer, and I'm so excited for it. And I'm so excited my husband gets to play it finally. Just playing the Kingdom Come Deliverance DLC quests. My God, it's giving me a heart attack. How do you like that game, Brave Bushido? Is that the first game that you're playing? Because I've heard, like, the second one came out recently, I'm pretty sure, and it's been, like, it looks incredible. I don't think my PC could run it on those graphics, but I have seen, like, footage from the game, and it looks like my husband will show me TikToks from it, and it looks like a real, like, I think he's showing me a real landscape. The graphics are incredible. It's a journey for sure. I've heard so much about those games. I've heard that they're some of the best games people have ever played. Never got into them myself personally, but my husband, I think, is like, he's really eyeing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and like looking into like maybe getting the first one too. How dare you play games in your free time, right? I just need to hit that start streaming button every time. You guys can just come watch me rot and play video games in silence at night. I dabbled with the idea, and obviously, Anya, I love having you here for stream, so that's a huge part of why I stream during the day. I dabbled in the idea of gaming at night, and I'm like, honestly, like streaming at night, and I'm like, I would rather watch someone else stream at night, and I like just being silent in my evenings. I like rotting, playing video games, scrolling on TikTok, maybe doing a hobby if I finally convince myself to do one of the many hobbies I'm constantly thinking about, or I'm watching shows with my husband. And those are like my 4 options at night, and I love it. Speaking of, maybe we can like start this when we boot up the Discord. I'm thinking we can maybe like start this as a challenge because I need it personally. I need like incentive, and I don't know what that incentive is, but I need incentive to just like go enjoy a hobby. I ran into that last night too. And like there's some nights where I'm like, I just need to rot on TikTok. Sometimes I call it market research. I tell my husband when I'm really rotting on TikTok, I'm like, don't worry, it's just market research. And I'm, getting inspiration for posts and stuff. But no, like I ran into that thing where I'm constantly like, oh yeah, like I want to crochet tonight or I want to read a book tonight. And I get like decision fatigue from it or something. Or like it's the fact that I haven't engaged with those hobbies in a while. And so I'm less likely to because of that. It's thinking about like, well, which book am I going to read? Because I haven't read for a while and I need to get back, do I want to read a fan fiction? Do I want to read an actual, the dysfunction of dysfunctioning? Thank you. That is such a good way to put it. And I just like, and I'm finally like kind of being strict with myself. Like, Maddie, maybe you shouldn't be calling these your hobbies if you're not actually doing them. And then I'm also polite, nice to myself too, because it's like, just because I didn't do it for a while doesn't mean it's, doesn't mean I'm not a girl who reads anymore or not a girl who crochets anymore. Like, I can still be someone that crochets and not do it constantly, but like, I need to like just really push myself in like the skill building side of it so I can get good enough again to just be able to do it creatively. I think it's the mental work that keeps me from doing a hobby. And I feel like if we have a channel in our Discord that's like dedicated to, it could even be like an executive dysfunction channel in there. I honestly think that would, just having a place to kind of thought dump and be like, guys, I really want to do this thing and I can't and it feels inaccessible. Like, who else is going through it right now? What are strategies you use? Because I want to be like, there's this version of me in my head, and like the version of me in existence isn't always doing those things. And it's like, well, maybe you should. Maybe you should start doing those things finally instead of just thinking about them all the time and then going on your phone instead, because I'm taking notes, right? I need to start like a little notepad of inspiration just for the Discord. Because again, I am taking notes and suggestions. It's not up and running yet for those who are listening along and maybe haven't heard of our journey to making a Discord finally, but I'm open to channels there. I think I started talking about this at the start of stream. I have one for like my IRL friends that we used a little bit and now we're kind of getting out of, and we just need to like be better about it. We all live in like different parts of the country and it's just a good way to stay connected. But we have like the classics, like books we read, game suggestions. We have like a self-care area where like we share like skin products and like different products that worked well or like routines that worked well for us. The watch list, like things that we watched that really like stuck with us and things like that. So I have those ideas, but like I'm talking like we need to make this Discord our own too. So executive dysfunction support group is what it's going to be. I love how playing as Teresa in her own DLC, I took the small cow town by storm, bankrupting. Okay, so my idea of Kingdom Come Deliverance games is it's very much a sandbox in medieval times, is my understanding of it. And like you can just kind of do, I may be getting it confused with Bannerlords, because I think those two I've just like really seen synonymously covered on my TikTok. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like they're a big sandbox style game. Took the small cow town by storm, bankrupting the gambler by beating him at dice and beating another girl's boyfriend in a wooden sword match. That's how it's done. That's how you take over a town. You outgamble the gambler and you beat someone down with a wooden sword. I love that. That is a game that here's the thing I love about having a partner in life is if there is a game that I kind of want to play, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to like hop into it all the way, chances are my husband's already intrigued by that game and he wants to play it, so I can just watch him play it. I love watching people play video games. If you told me as a child that video game streams would one day be a thing, I would be so delighted, because my favorite thing to do as a kid, other than like, go outside and play make-believe and whatnot, I loved watching my brother and my dad play video games. I would like beg my dad, can you play Looney Tunes on the PlayStation? And what a thing for a parent to have your kid begging you to play a video game so they can watch. It was before screen time was a concern. Screen time wasn't a thing back then. But yeah, so I love having a husband now that he plays a lot of similar games. We're very like similar in our interests and, obsessions and whatnot. So it's perfect when I'm like, I don't know if I want to play this game, but maybe Tanner wants to play this game, and I'll watch him stream it on Discord or something. We're missing one. There's 25. That's right. Okay.
All done.
So we figured that out. I can't believe we got through that buzzard puzzle together. How long have we been streaming? About an hour.
I haven't done that.
So close. I think we just have... It's the Librarian's Tale puzzle in the library, I think, is the last one. It's been an hour already. I mean, the first 5 minutes of it was like, the stream starting thing where I'm like rushing around behind the screen trying to get everything turned on. I need to time like my gaming setup. Like turning this light on, turning that light on, turning these candles on, lighting this candle, turning these candles on, getting this light ready to go, turning that light on. I did not turn on my RGB lighting behind my desk. I need to time myself, because every time I come up here, like, unless I'm spending like 5 short minutes up here, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go up and like do emails and admin work real quick after we put our daughter down. I'll be like 15 minutes, I turn everything on. I need the aesthetic set. We yap or whatever. Mainly whatever, sometimes yap. We be yapping. Guys, if we have a Discord, are we gonna have things to yap about on stream? Just kidding, is that even a question? Of course we will. All right, we have one more eyeball to find. I think this is going to be the finale. Also, what are games that we are looking forward to? Like, are there any, like, could be cozy, could just be any game, game releases for the year? All I've been thinking about lately, and I think the weather has, like, directly impacted my thought process on this, is frickin' Tales of the Shire. Huge Lord of the Rings fan. Husband and I both are. We had like Lord of the Rings stuff at our wedding. That's, we really fumbled by not having an outdoor Hobbit themed wedding and literally kick ourselves about it all the time. But we also recognize we're not lucky enough people to be able to have nice weather on an outdoor wedding. In fact, the day we had an outdoor wedding was like 95 degrees and like super humid. So could have been worse. It could have rained. It didn't, but we knew if we had an outdoor wedding, it would have like rained and stormed the entire time. So that's our excuse. But we had some Hobbit stuff or like Lord of the Rings stuff at our wedding, not enough. We see people that throw like full on Hobbit themed weddings, and I'm like, that could have been us. It should have been us. And he feels the same way too. That's our one regret, is if we had good luck for weather, we would have done a Hobbit wedding. But speaking of Hobbits, Tales of the Shire, I am so excited for that game. I'm afraid it's going to be like a classic, cozy game, and there's not going to be enough to like really make it stand out by itself. I feel like that's something where I'm so happy to see the big focus we've had on cozy gaming, and like I've started my page, in 2021? Summer of 2021. I've been doing it almost 4 years now. And it went from cozy games kind of being like more of an obscure indie kind of thing to like kind of being almost a mainstream genre. Like there's a whole genre for it on Steam now. And I think that's just been incredible to see develop over the last 4 or 5 years. I didn't even know it was a thing. I literally made my account the day I saw Cozy K pop up on my page. I'm trying to think. It was like I think it was the start of her page too. Like she had like 10 videos at that point. or something. But I do feel like sometimes the cozy gaming, like there's like a recipe that works for games and we just keep on like regurgitating the same game over and over. It's kind of like the joke with like farming sims. Like, okay, we get it, farming sims, but can we have like a game about running a bookshop, or, you know, a game about a different specific thing that's not just a farming sim? And we're kind of getting away from that, but I feel like there's such a recipe that works for cozy games, and they all just kind of start to feel a little bit like the same. You got to get married again. Only option. Right? I think we're like, do we just do it again? I was excited for South of Midnight to release, and it came out last week. Yes, I've seen some things on it. I'm not super familiar with. I just heard it talked about, basically. Game Pass on release, too, so I was sat and playing ASAP. So I already finished it, but it was so good. I need to look it up now. I just need to look up, like, what the, gist of it is. Because, again, it's something I've seen talked about everywhere. Ooh. Oh, I think I have. Okay, yes, I've definitely seen things about that game. Looks super good. I'm really happy to hear it was... Oops, 1 second. You liked it because that was what... Okay, I remember hearing about the game, and then I heard people talk about the game, and I separated them in my head. Now it's coming back together. It's really sad and healing. I think I need a game like that. I need, especially like last week we were talking about like Edith Finch and those kinds of games. Suicide of Rachel Foster would be another one that's just kind of like sad, kind of dark themes, trigger warnings, all of them for that one if anyone goes looking into it. No, that sounds like a perfect. Is it like narrative style? Is it? I think it's set RPG, but. Nope, that'll be when that'll be a silent gaming nighttime game for me, probably. Very narrative, perfect. I need a good narrative game to get into. My husband's felt it too. Actually, no, this is a great time for games. I feel like things just really fired up. We've been in such a slump lately. Like, at night, I rarely do. Inzoi was kind of new and fun, and... I feel like I've played all there is to play in it, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm lacking a game that I want to play constantly. I've loved Stream for it because I always love playing the Nancy Drew games. It's never a bad day when I get to play a Nancy game, and it just keeps me consistent with, like, finishing games, and I really love that about Stream, but in my personal time, I've honestly been taking more time during the day to try and game, I'd say. And at night, I'm like, oh, I kind of want a game. And then I just, like, there's nothing that really, like, draws me in to, like, play for. I just need a game that sucks me in for hours and hours. And, like, I want to do nothing but game. And obviously, I'm a mom now. I can't just, like, spend all my time gaming. But, like, when she goes down to bed at night and I got a good 3 hours to myself to do something... Again, I feel I've felt so disconnected from my hobbies lately, and that's something I really want to work on, especially, like, by the end of April, I'm thinking. There's combat and some platforming, but it's so fun to explore and also tied to the story. It doesn't feel like a task. I love that description for a game because I feel like that needs to be a genre, if that makes sense. Because I feel like combat and platforming and some of that gameplay stuff can be such a turnoff for... people who are, like, pretty strictly in the cozy gaming sphere, but, like, I think of Hogwarts Legacy, and I know not everyone jives with, you know, Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. I totally get it. Shut your mouth, J.K. Rowling, please. Stop talking. You're adding nothing good to the world. But with, like, Hogwarts Legacy, that one felt like a good mix of, like, cozy game, but also attainable. Accessible combat, maybe, is a good way to describe it. I love that there's, like, anytime there's, like, a difficulty meter and I get to slide that thing to easy, it's going to be a good time. I've seen that with a lot more games recently, and I love how accessible it makes them to people like me who I'm not always looking to be challenged by combat. I'm really not. Sometimes I am, very rarely. But there's so many games I haven't played because they're so combat heavy, and people are like, oh, but you'd love the story, you'd love the gameplay, you'd love this and that about it. And I'm like, but I don't want to just be fighting enemies when I'm trying to relax necessarily. So that's a good way to describe it, where there's like combat, but it feels really natural in the game. Is this what we're supposed to be looking for? Okay, so if we look at a librarian's... Nope, not what I wanted. He is serving face in this picture, though. Is that a selfie? Is that a selfie that he sent to Ned of himself, do we think? A little Polaroid, if you will. Just... Okay. Not this one. We solved this puzzle. Librarian's Tale, a great keeper of books, it's true am I. Many a reader through me can spy on wondrous worlds that will never die. You could say it's magic, the librarian's eye, but to get such an eye, here's our last one, you must first take a look at the cards that keep track of every book. The title's the thing, addition's the hook. That will let you remove the orb from its nook. It has to be something My Eye and Other Tall Tales by Francois Poutine. His college ID pic or Facebook. Again, not... I have so many... Does anyone have just like those quotes from obscure... Nancy's a great example. I know we all quote Nancy all the time. Not now, not ever is a quote that comes back to me from Oblivion. It was just like a generic like NPC dialogue that was always said. Like you'd piss someone off and they'd go, not now, not ever. When you're doing the little like personality wheel thing. I wonder how they're going to remaster that. I don't know if anyone's played Oblivion before, but they have one of the hardest puzzles to figure out when it comes to like bribing people to like you, or like not bribing, using charisma to get people to like you. It's this wheel and you have to like, it like spins by itself, but you have to select the right options that they like based on their facial expression. It's a really fun puzzle. Once you crack it, I make everyone love me in that game now because I love the puzzle so much. The cat's eye. But yeah, not now, not ever was like, if you tick someone off, they'd not now, not ever. Eye candy. Am I supposed to add these numbers together? So the title's the thing. Addition's the hook. Finding Fish by Bill Kessler. Also, Bill Kessler's voice lives rent-free in my head all the time. Grinding Fake Eyes. Do I add these? Okay, Turn a Blind Eye. And A Librarian's Tale by P. Teacher. I'm just going to start writing down these numbers and see if it leads us somewhere. Also, if anyone wants to drop a hint in comments, if I'm like way off on what I'm supposed to be doing, super happy to hear from you. Prudence Rutherford. Prudent Living, a memoir. Camel in the Needle's Eye, 608. Cat's Eye, 010. Mine is from Harry Potter during the wizard chess battle. Not me! Not Hermione! Yo! What's so funny about that quote, because it got like super dramatized on TikTok and like people were like, you know, really exaggerating it. We watched the original Harry Potter movie. I always watch the movies, so I couldn't tell you when. But one of the times we watched the first one in the last year, my husband was waiting for that quote because it was like after it was super viral on TikTok, and we heard the actual quote and he's like, why does that not feel right? And I was like, because we're so used to that exaggerated version that everyone does on TikTok, and it's not actually that. It's up there, but it's not quite that dramatized. We just giggled at it because we were like, oh, like that's just us humans being silly about it, and it's not actually how it is. But we quote that all the time to each other. Anytime we're, oh yeah, like, I'm not gonna do that. Are you gonna do that? Not me. Not Hermione. You. Okay, we have 004. Finding fish, grinding fake eyes, 511. Turn a blind eye, 006. I don't think I'm doing the correct thing here, but... Okay, long edition, 9, 13, 14, 20, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, 1,540. Not sure if it's... Okay, so I think this correlates with, since Bruno saw fit to write a book, maybe it would be a good idea to take another look around his library, since that's where he kept books he saw fit to read.
Here we go. A librarian's tale.
I think I'm onto something here. Wait. And sometimes Nancy puzzles are just, they're so on the... Yes, we did it. It was all the numbers added together. They're so like on the nose that like sometimes they're just so simple and I overcomplicate them and they're not that complicated. And you guys, we're going to finish this game today. Part 6. Also, I have compiled these into a YouTube playlist now. If you ever need to revisit the stream. I'm going the wrong way. But I did put them in a playlist this morning, and they should all have, like, updated titles and stuff, so they're organized. And our camaraderie will live on forever. Do we? Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm not going to miss... I want to make sure we weren't going to miss, like, some summer dialogue or something. All right, let's put the eyeballs in the wall. What a weird guy Bruno was. And I say that in an endearing way. I would love to know him. But he'd be one of those people where, like, you kind of have to explain him to someone before they meet him for the first time. I have people like that in my life, and they're the most fun people to be around. Look at that. Bruno's one of those guys. Now what? Oh, dear. Oh, I forgot about this puzzle. All right, hop to it. Let's figure this out. Where's my... Okay, so we did that. Do we have everything checked off? Now, here's the thing, is we are very close to the end of the game. Do we... Check. Run through all the dialogue options. Do we do phone calls? Do we visit every character real quick? Do we wrap those things up first? I don't know if it kind of forces you to, but I've been kind of avoiding conversations just because they're kind of lengthy in this game. Okay, so we did this. So let me know if you guys want to go through like all the dialogue options and stuff. We've famously in the past... Was this a 100? I didn't even think about 100%ing this game. Famously, in the past, we have tried to 100% Nancy Drew games. And it's probably too late for us to do that now. Is this a 100%able one? Oh, I'm going to kick myself if it is. I didn't even think about that. We could give her the old college try, but okay, so now that I've collected all of Bruno's eyes, let me know if you guys want to try and do everything that there is to do. I'm super happy to do it, especially because we've only been going for like an hour and 15 minutes. So we definitely have time. I don't anticipate her waking up for like another hour. Although she's been spotty with naps lately, we will see. Okay, so now that I've collected all of Bruno's eyes, I need to figure out what to do with them. Turn each one in a certain direction.
I haven't done that.
Yes, but which directions? I may just try calling... Ugh, do we call Ned? What a bore. No, we'll call him. Have we called him at all this entire... This one has an Easter egg, doesn't it? Okay.
Nancy?
Hey, Ned.
It's about time you
It
called.
probably
Did you
does.
get to New Orleans okay?
Yep.
Have you seen Henry?
About time you called. We're literally like
Sure,
done with the
like way
mystery
you said
almost.
that. Is he okay?
He's fine. Well, he's the executor
We've
of
been
his
here for,
great-uncle
like,
Bruno's estate, which he's not
4
really
weeks
happy
now.
about, and
5
he's
weeks.
having problems with his
IRL.
girlfriend, but he and his great uncle weren't that close, so he's not grief-stricken or anything.
Well then, are you okay?
Other than being attacked on my way into Henry's house by a
Oh yeah,
skeleton man in a red ascot and getting knocked out by the smoke
the
bomb,
cat's out of the bag.
I'm fine.
We'll definitely look for the Easter egg.
Let's just
I'll
say
make
I
sure.
stumbled onto a
You know what? While
mystery
Nancy's
that's
yapping,
not
I might look it up on
solved.
my phone.
Why am I not surprised? Is Bess with you?
No,
We
but
yap,
she
Nancy
has been
yaps, we
helping
all
me.
yap
So tell me about
for
this
yappers.
skeleton man.
Well, it was someone in a costume, obviously. He or she was leaning over something in the great room when I walked in and surprised them.
So they threw a smoke bomb at you and ran?
Yeah, I must have interrupted whatever they were doing.
What were they leaning over?
A
We
scale
have to
model of
do
the
the Easter
cemetery
egg
next door. Henry
during
says his
Easter
great-uncle
week.
Bruno made it so he could keep track of who was buried there. Apparently, Bruno used to oversee the cemetery. And right near the scale
Oh.
I found a tracing of
I think there's
some
3 in
kind
this
of
game.
symbol. I'm thinking maybe Skeleton Man dropped it.
Why would Skeleton Man be
One of the
interested in
best
the
things to
steel
be
wall
added
of a
for these
cemetery?
games, especially from like a
Good question.
replayability
Maybe
standpoint,
I'll take a
is the
real good
ability
look around in
to
there and see
skip
if I can find out.
dialogue.
Good idea.
Oh my gosh, I remember when I first played one of the newer games that had that option, changed my life. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I am
Trying to
interested in
figure out
this.
how you got to
What's
be
the
friends
lore
with
here?
Henry.
Well, we're not best friends or anything. Heck, we're not really even friends. I just feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he never hangs out with anyone between.
Ned has his Henry and Nancy has her.
Wanted to make sure he was
Shoot,
okay
I always
while
forget her
helped
name
out
from
there.
Castle Malloy.
Don't worry, he's fine. Although I
It was
think
like
he
their
misses
foreign
his
exchange
parents.
student and like randomly made
Saw him out in the
Nancy her
cemetery
maid of
before.
honor, and
I think
Nancy's
he's
like,
like
I don't really know you that well, but sure, I'll take a trip to Ireland.
I'm not surprised. I get the feeling that what Henry looks like on the outside.
Why can I never? I'm terrible with names in these games, and it drives me
You know,
crazy.
you're a pretty nice
Again,
Yeah, I know.
maybe we'll make another channel in our Discord that's just for like flashcards. I'm trying to. I'm gonna become a flashcard adult where if there's something I want to learn, I'm just gonna make like, I need like an app or something to just like make my own flashcards and just. Yeah, Quizlet used to be perfect for that, but they're so spammy and like paid only now.
Rennee's housekeeper
Oh,
Renee
no, I don't wanna-
still
ooh.
around, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get along that well.
Why do you think
I
she's
do
staying
love the
on?
dialogue
She
for like
says it's
context
because
and learning
Bruno
about the
paid her
characters
bills.
and
But you don't believe her.
10% of Bruno's
all that
estate is
stuff,
supposed
but
to go to her. Only Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets on the sly, and somehow Renee found out. I think she's staying on so she can try to bust him.
Why is Henry selling off assets? I thought he was pretty much the sole heir.
3 words: high maintenance girlfriend.
So this Renee person isn't just being paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She wanted me to drink some strange-looking concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless.
so I'm reading about the Easter
Stay
eggs.
on her
There's
good
3.
side, just in case.
Thank you, Megan, for mentioning them. And one we have to get is Bess. And one we can do in this room, actually. So once Ned gives us a hint.
Feel like giving me a hint?
It'd be my pleasure.
Okay, so we can ask about the eyes. What am I supposed to do with the piece of paper I found in the head of the dummy? We did that.
I've got all 25 of Bruno's glass eyes. But now what?
Okay. My guess is once all the eyes are in that grid in Bruno's hidden study, you need to turn each one in a specific direction. Like up,
Oh,
east, west, like that. So try looking in the short storybook Bruno wrote.
no.
Within
I hate
each
these
wing words
puzzles.
And apply them to the eyes the same way you read. Left to right and top to bottom. Just don't expect the story you find them in to make a lot of sense.
Hate's a strong word here. I don't hate these puzzles. So it's definitely one of the things from... Yeah, it's from the book. I think is it the pirate one? Thank you. I needed this at the end. I needed it. Okay, we got this, guys.
Great, I really appreciate it.
Okay,
Need
so
anything else? Just call.
Does that mean there's 25 directional words in that story that we have to write down? I don't like these puzzles because it's so easy to miss one. And you have to, like, go back and, like, you write them down in order, right? And then you have to, like, go back and, like, write arrows to, like, where you missed and blah. We got this. Let's do the Easter egg first. So, apparently, Easter egg, you need to collect all the eyes, which we have done. So, perfect timing. Thank you again, Megan, for bringing up the Easter eggs. We can achieve this. For this one, it says, play the skee-ball game in Bruno's secret study. You need to collect the eyeball first. This is from the Her Interactive forums, which I think they just did, like, a have you done this, like, Nancy Drew, like, scorecard, and you had to, like, check off everything you've done. I got, like, everything except for things on, like, the very end of it, like the big 5-point ones, but I was close. Then turn the squares to all chickens, and then mouths to get an egg. To take a shortcut, turn one square to a chicken, then an eye, and then back to a mouth. And you should hear a laughing, and then turn all of the squares to chickens, and you'll hear a clucking sound, and then get the egg. Okay, anytime there's a chicken-themed thing in a Nancy game, you bet it's going to be... Just do... Oh. So turn it to a chicken, and then an eye. Uh-oh. Hold on, my husband's calling me real quick. I will be right back. Man, that guy likes to talk to me so much. No. I love when he just calls randomly. I always had, like, my parents would always do that on their way home from work and stuff. We don't always do it. We're more like texters. Actually, we're Snapchatters. How embarrassing is it that my husband and I, like, exclusively communicate through Snapchat when we're not together? Rarely do we text each other. Like, texting just feels, I don't know if that was, like, part of, like, a cultural thing. He's so obsessed with me. I know. Oh my gosh. He's calling me. I adore that man. No, he was just letting me know when he'd be home because, like I said, we're doing steaks tonight. Oh, it's going to hit the wrong one. And, like, I want him to, like, be able to still go to the gym and work out as needed. And I'm just going to back out and go back in. So it says we're supposed to shortcut. But yeah, I'm going to go. There's, like, a weird window of time between, like, him getting home from work. I'm going to go get steaks. I could totally, like, go at any point and take my daughter with me. But, like, there's sometimes where it's just, like, I don't want to. Bringing a baby with you places can take so much work sometimes. We take walks all the time. I love bringing her places. We're constantly, like, going to see people, family members, friends, stuff like that. But, like, if you just need to do a real quick grocery trip, sometimes I love it because she just loves, like, looking around at everything. And if it's, like, a leisurely trip, sure. But it was one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna have to, like, go to the counter and talk to someone and get the stroller out. And, you know, when you have kids, planning to go, like, it's never a short trip places. So we love when, like, my husband's able to just hang out at home with her and I can just, like, go get grocery shopping done. Oh, it's perfect. So that was, like, my only concern with, like, what time he gets home. Darn it, I keep on trying to, like, do it really lightly. Okay. And then back to a mouth, and we should hear laughing. Hey. Oh, it was, like, playing music, too. Okay. Wait, is that it? Or is there two? It says that we should, so after we hear the laughing, we should turn all of the squares to chickens, and you'll hear clucking, and then get the egg. Is that it? Should we try turning them all to eggs? Or chickens? I mean, we got time. He's gonna be home in like an hour. She's probably gonna wake up in an hour. I'll just try really quickly. Okay. This is just like the touchiest game ever. I'm gonna be so sad if we like... Okay, this one should hit the middle, please. Oh, phew. That was a close one. Okay, now this one needs to go to the back. No! Okay. We'll just try all the chickens once, and if, you know... If we can. Okay. There's like such a finicky spot of like getting it to the side. There we go. Beautiful. I don't think it's actually, I don't think that this is going to do anything. But of course we'll have a look. Still obsessed with that TikTok sound. I still think that is like the funniest TikTok sound. Okay, come on. Did something glitch? Was that supposed to like, were we not supposed to get the chicken egg until... Alright, I think that's it. So we got one chicken egg. Easter egg. Does anyone decorate Easter eggs for Easter anymore? I know it's like one of those holidays that like some people celebrate. And it's kind of like Christmas where it's like, yeah, it's like a religious holiday, but we all kind of celebrate it in America at least is kind of how it is. But I know it's like some people celebrate and some people just don't. Yeah, does anyone still... I've thought about it again. I have not decorated eggs for years. Now that I'm a mom, like, I just want to bring back all those fun things from my childhood and, like, especially seasonal things. I love celebrating seasons so much. I think it's in your inventory now. We got it from that one, like, there it is. Oh, she's pretty. We got it from the Shortcut. And then it, like, I don't know. I don't know if, like, the all chicken thing was just for fun or what, but... All the chickens one is super glitchy and often has to be done before all the eyes. Interesting. It's been a recent issue. Well, I'm going to consider that the Easter egg, and I think that's good. It's good to know, though, that that's a buggy thing, because one of the worst things, Anya, you remember this from Captive Curse. We tried so hard to 100% that game, and we should have. By the books, we should have. We couldn't. We just, I think, did we, like, go back and, like, try? I think I just had to rage quit that one. We tried everything. Like, we're gonna go back to save and try and do it. It was so hard to 100%. Okay, so back to our, actually, we're not gonna do the book yet, excuse me. Next Easter egg. You need to open the trunk in Renee's room first before you can get the egg. You can find the clues for the Easter egg on iamhodgkiss.com. I love that. Number the buttons 1 through 18, starting with 1 being at the very top. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, the symbols. So that box. Well, we can do that real quick. Decorating eggs was always a fave for me, mostly because it meant we had a lot of hard-boiled eggs. the best. I love hard-boiled eggs. I love deviled eggs. I can smash them. I don't understand, like, egg science. Did anyone ever see those, like, not that key. We really need to start, like, labeling our keys here, Nancy. Oh, wait, there's... There we go. Last key I try. Egg science, where, like, 2 eggs, like, scrambled doesn't feel like 2 eggs, like, fried, and, like, but if you have deviled eggs, you can eat, like, 10 of them, and, like, it doesn't feel like 10 eggs, but it is 10 eggs. I love deviled eggs. I will make them just for, like, snacks sometimes. They're so, so good. Okay, so I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is how we need to number them. Number the button 1 starting with the very top, going clockwise, and then press the following buttons. So for the first one, we need 3, 12, 13, 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did we find the Easter egg in there? 13 and 17. Then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need 3, 4, 11, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is it just in here? I'm not really sure. I maybe need to look this up somewhere else because that doesn't quite make sense to me. I always thought her inventory was so funny. Like, I'm just walking around. Here, let me take this shovel, ladder, hammer. See, I think about it all the time. I've thought about, like, trying to make, like, a TikTok joke about it. And I'm trying to figure out how in my head it would work. But I love that. I love that about, like, every video game inventory is just, like, the impossible things you're randomly carrying with you. Like, what do you mean my character is carrying 300 pounds of inventory right now? And, like, Nancy's are the most bizarre. Nancy's are so bizarre. This one's not crazy. We could maybe... What's that? We could maybe fit all these things within, like, a sizable tote. But no, sometimes, like, Shadow Ranch, I think, is one of them where I'm like, we are just carrying this around with us. I had deviled eggs at my grad party, and I probably ate half of them. That is such... I should have come to your grad party. I love deviled eggs. I'm making the Milkmaid like Xena, a bow and an axe. Taste the grindstone, kapow. Bow and an axe. I'm like bow and magic hand for my playthroughs, but I suppose that wouldn't work for KCD. Because it's not, is it magic based? Is there any magic in those games? Or is it just like historical accurate medieval times? Because that's my understanding of them. I feel like you could frame it like that. No one, girls getting out of their car carrying 23 things in your hand, and then Nancy's. That's like kind of what I have like a vision of, or like doing like in a little illusion thing where I have like a bag and make it look like I'm like pulling a shovel out of it, but it, you know, it's like camera angles and stuff. It's one of those ones where I have it in the back of my head, but I'm like, it feels like a lot of effort to make for a video. That's like a weekender video I'd have to focus on. Yeah, if anyone has any information on that Easter egg, I don't know if like, it's not making sense because I think that's just how you solve the puzzle. And I don't think we got an Easter egg from it when we went in. Easter egg number 3. I think we have to be Bess. But we have to go to Zeke's. Look at the mummy in the corner. Click around by the hands. There's a pocket in his chest area. And you should see a note. Read the note and look for numbers. So this is another clock puzzle one. It's the same as like what's in the book. It's just we have to solve a different one. Which Easter egg? The one, there's supposed to be one for Renee's room. So Easter egg number 2 is the one that I just tried in here. It says you need to open the trunk in Renee's room first before you can get the egg. You can find the clues for the Easter egg on... Okay, I think we actually just need to... I think that just gave us directions to get into the trunk, but it didn't tell us how to get it after we get into the trunk. So... Yeah, Easter egg number 2, it has something to do with Renee's chest, but it doesn't tell us how on this forum. And, all right, let's call Bess, and we'll do the third one in the meantime, and see if we can get the second one, and then we'll start the directional puzzle.
That bolt of lightning must have taken out her phone.
Have to go, but this was fun. Thank you so much, Megan, for coming. We're so happy to have you here. Hopefully see you back in the future. Have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and the Easter weekend if you celebrate. Mary Poppins big. That's what I was thinking. Yep, like Mary Poppins style, where it's just like an impossible number of and like the most random things too, like kitchen strainer. Like, oh, you need one of these? That's the plan. We'll see when I actually like make the video. I have such a list. I have a huge list of just like ideas for TikTok videos, and I'll revisit them sometimes. It's been chilling on that list for a while. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Oh, can I not call Bess anymore? Oh no, that's right. I'm going to try something though, because it did give me the numbers that I need to be able to do it. I just don't know if we have to find the paper first or if we can enter it into the clock and still get the Easter eggs. So the numbers are 12, 7, 8, 9, 4, 1. That's a lot. Okay, so 12, 7, 8, 9, 4, 1. Yay! Oh, this one's cute. That one is so pretty. I want that as a wallpaper. I'm obsessed with this egg. Speaking of knickknacks, I need a little like egg holder. That on top. Put it on a shelf somewhere. She'd be so cute. Do you want the answer for... Yes, I will take the answer. Go for it. I'll look it up myself or get it from one of you guys. So if you have it, I would so appreciate it if you'd put it in chat. Thank you. Now that's a Nancy Craft just waiting to be made, right? I love the idea of like obscure little game references like that where it's not like on the nose. It's not like this, you know, where it's like magnifying glass. It's like such an obscure little reference that only I know or someone who's like super duper familiar with the games know. I'm obsessed with ideas like that. I'm obsessed with like finding ways to decorate my house in a way that's like little nods to games here and there, but not necessarily like a licensed decoration or like, you know, something that's so specifically from one of our fandoms. I genuinely don't think I've watched any of the Mary Poppins iterations. I've only seen the one with Julie Andrews. Is there more? Did they make a new one? Don't tell me they made a new one. I love the original Mary Poppins. I loved that as a kid. Not my favorite as an adult. It just feels a little, like, dark. A lot of, like, old Disney movies feel dark to me as an adult. Pinocchio, I don't think I'll ever watch that one again. If you recreate the symbols on the right on Renee's trunk, you'll find an egg on side. The buttons to press clockwise... Okay. Oops. Do you think Nancy, speaking of like collecting things, do you think Nancy just has like a giant drawer? I don't think her type A personality would allow her to, but do you think she has just like a drawer or like a big ring of keys as like souvenirs from all of the places she's invaded? Hi, Lucy. Hi, baby girl. Do you want to come hang out? All right, guys, let's have a look. Okay. The buttons to press clockwise are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think that's what the other one said too. Did I count them right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I was clicking 18. I think that was my own personal error. I kept thinking like this was 17 and this was 18. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3, 4, 11. User error. I love how who do they have doing like the voiceover or like the voice for the chicken because they're so exaggerated. Another beautiful egg. Look at this thing. Thank you so much, Kristen, too. I needed you to just retell it to me for me to figure it out. These are beautiful. I want these in real life for decorations. That is a Nancy craft waiting to happen. Okay, guys, we got the Easter eggs. I think my daughter's like, I heard her a second ago. She's so funny when she like first wakes up. My husband and I laugh about it all the time. Because we always joke it's like Draco Malfoy from the second movie when he gets like injured during the Quidditch match. And he's just like, oh, in bed. She will just like, as she's like kind of waking up, she'll just be like, oh. She groans like a little old man in there, and it's so funny. She's fine, like, and then she'll like wake up and sing to her little stuffed animal in there, and she's great at waking up peacefully. But when she first wakes up, she's just. Should we see Iggy one last time?
Come and get it, Iggy.
I would bet money on Lanny's voice. It has to be. It definitely has that, like, tone to it. It's like maybe 4 or 5 years. Ew, they didn't do a remake. Oh. That's not my favorite thing. I'm sure it's, like, the popular opinion, but I'm so sick of the Disney remakes. Beauty and the Beast was good. I didn't even mind Lion King that much, but it's just, like, I know what it is. It's just it's an easy way to make more money without having to like, generate new story. But I don't know. We were so lucky to grow up with the Disney movies we had back in the day. All right, I'm not going to dress you up, Iggy. I'm sorry. Did we dress him up as everything? I just wanted to see him one last time. He's a buddy. I hope someone's taking care of you. Okay. To the eyes and the book. And then we should be done. So we need... Are these the same directions? Are these the same directions? No, it's not, because Steps in the Right Direction was the one for digging with the skull hand. Plentiful Pirates and Nautical Nonsense is probably the one for, Yep. Shoot. We've done every puzzle in this book except for the last one. All right. I really liked the Aladdin one because it made Jasmine feel like the main character. Ooh, see, I'm all about retellings. I love a good retelling. I love fun spins on things and perspective shifts. That was like my favorite thing to teach as an English teacher too, is like just perspective shifts and how much you learn about another character by like, experiencing it from their shoes and how there's two sides to a story or, however many sides. I love that. I might have to, I've not watched it. We don't have Disney Plus right now, but that would be one that I'd, spoiler, sorry. Good for her. I love that. see if they make it like slightly different. I just make it something new. Because I feel like they're trying to appeal to like our audience. We grew up with the stories. We loved them, you know. And then as an adult, we get to experience them like live action or whatever they want to call them. Because I don't know how live action a bunch of CGI is, but it looks live action. Why is Nightbot getting mad at you? What's going on? Nightbot? Okay, I'll figure out how to turn that off. I'm sorry you got yelled at. Nightbot, behave yourself. Haven't seen Cinderella, but I've heard really good things about it. And, like, I think the costumes were really well liked from it. Beauty and the Beast is, like, one of my comfort watches, though. And I will fight anyone who doesn't think Emma Watson is a perfect Belle for Beauty and the Beast. I adore her in that role. I don't know if I love, like, the auto-tuned singing so much, but love. Sorry, I'm starting to read this a little bit. Loved that version of It's So Much. Nightbot, behave yourself. All right, so stealthily stalking them, famished and anxious, out hunting West. Never eat shredded wheat. Okay. So first we have West. He was cantankerous. Out here where the sea-stricken pirates upon a week's worth of looting left their large stomachs empty. I'm just going to do arrows for this, actually. So West is right. Okay, left. Down. So we should have 25 of these. Down to the port. We'll plunder some dinner. I need to use the word plunder more often in my everyday work. Lurking again, so might be chatting, but definitely vibing today. Have fun working. I'll just be struggling through this puzzle the rest of stream. You won't miss much. The ballroom scene for the Cinderella remake was about the only controversy I remember. They basically made the actress only drink liquids for a few days and then CGI'd her to waist even smaller. That's horrific. That's like Kim Kardashian level stuff of body manipulation. Oh. That's an awful, especially just considering, like, I want to watch these with my daughter and, like, have them be inspired. Like, knowing that in the background I can see that being controversial. I'm happy people made a big deal about it. I did, speaking of Cinderella, student or like class trip as seniors in high school, we got to see Cinderella on Broadway where they do, like, I think it was, like, the start of, like, the really cool, like, strap functions where they transition an outfit. And so, like, as she's spinning, like, the dress she's wearing, like, transforms on stage before your eyes. It feels like magic. And I love that. I've been chasing that high ever since I first saw that on, like, New York City Broadway Cinderella. So good. Such a good thing to see on Broadway. And it's one of those things, too, where everyone's like, oh, it's Cinderella, like, Disney movie, all the boys in our class and stuff. We all were just enchanted by that live performance. It was so good. That's something I need to do more often. We have wonderful theaters in the Twin Cities. I call them the cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. And I need to make a better point. That'd be such a fun thing to do with, like, girlfriends up there. Okay, but the truth is that these pirates could have been thinner. Not the chunky pirates. Down to the part. We'll plunder some. Okay, we got down. Why are we body shaming the pirates here? Their villainous vessel was bogged down. Am I missing another direction? Down to the port. We'll plunder some dinner. But the truth is that these pirates, I don't see any directions there. Villainous vessel was bogged down by booty. Not the booty. They would drop off the treasure and away they'd be scooting. They would foul up. Okay, so I have 5 so far. They would foul up the village and make a great mess. Down to the mangroves. They'd surely digress. Down. It's a beastie. Swim for your lives. The calm sea's treachery left a surprise. A long-legged beastie, whose eyes were aglow, had spotted some treasure in the hold down below. and his curious nature could not let it go. I'm just so focused. Could any of these words be directions? Because sometimes it changes. It's like, west, east, and then it's left, right. So he tore down the hall. Down is such a popular one. Down the hall, and alarmed were the pirates, he started to break down the structures inside it. His nautical naughtiness knocked down the ship. Is there 4 downs in a row, or did I miss something? These petrified pirates were muddled and miffed, so they fired their guns at this grand octopus. At 1 leg, at 2 legs, at left legs, then 6. Left. But the creature continued with 2 other arms. The northwest? I hope. Never eat shredded wheat. Oh, I'm doing this. Hold on. I have to come back to this page. We stopped at Northwestern on 17 through 20. I need to go back and look at the beginning real quick. West. I wrote down the wrong direction first. Okay. So, what left, down? I need to make sure I'm writing these down correctly. Down, left, down, 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 left, up, left. So that's Northwestern. Pulled in with alarm. The pirates abandoned this nautical nonsense and swam right to shore with their rather large haunches, but giggles of gunmen got left getting gobbled. Left. The creature was angry, and its own ink it bobbled. So down dove the octopus. Down. Uh-oh. Did we ever find the other part of this page? So down dove the octopus. Right to his den. He spit out their bones and fashioned a fence, and each treasure, of course, he had not left behind. He'd befriend all these baubles in very short time, and long lived this octopus hidden away, but his fate fell quite quickly on one fatal day. Do we have the sheet? I don't believe. No. No. Definitely not. That's just regular paper. Huh. How about that? Wait, so I can't call Bess, but I can call Ned. I will happily take hints for this, especially because she's good for now. She's just giggling with her elephant, but I will totally take hints. Because I do want to finish this one today. We're so close to the end. Oh, this one's awful. Big hint. Look at the numbers at the bottom of the pages. Ooh. Uh-oh. Please tell me the numbers at the bottom of the pages correlate to, like, how many directions. Nancy's theme song. Numbers at the bottom of the page are super important. So page 1 has 5 directions. Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking, which means we should have them all. It doesn't matter that we're missing a page. So I did this wrong. Okay, 1 through 5. Okay, let me try this. Here's the final box we're going to do. I'm making a 5 by 5 because that's how the eyeballs are arranged, so we know exactly which direction to put each one in. These are my other attempts. That's upside down, but you got it, Icon. Thank you. I needed that, Rachel. So, like, gears out here. No, get out of here. That's right. I forgot that about this puzzle. That's why I hate these kinds of puzzles. I was so out of patience for this game by this part, right? I've like, there's so many little things like this where you think it goes one way, but no, you have to do it a different way, and then, okay. And they even put it on like a different line, south. Oh, I hate this. Okay. So 1 through, at least it gives you the hint of 1 through 5. So south, west, hopefully, cantankerous, were the sea-stricken pirates aplenty, a week's worth of looting. Wait. South again, right? Because S-O-U-T-H, west, south, I'm missing one. Est, that's not east. East, okay, here's east, okay. So, south, west, east, out here where the sea circle left their large stomachs empty. I'm missing one. So we got south here, west. I might have to just look this one up, honestly, because I'm just, she's starting to get a little, I can hear her getting a little over it. Southwest, southeast. Where am I missing east? Okay. South. I think we can get it from here. East and left. Okay. And then we have 6 through 7 on here. Down to the port. We'll plunder some dinner, but the truth is that these pirates could have been thinner. Their vessel was bogged down by booty. I'm guessing it's just down, down. 8 through 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 should make it to there. Foul up the village. Up. And make a great mess. Down to the mangroves. They'd surely digress. Ah, it's a beastie. That's what beastie is. Beast. East. So 3. Swim for your lives. The calm seas. Treachery. Left a surprise. East. There's another east. And left. Okay, so we have all 5. So it's up, down, east. I thought you said west. That would have been a funny sound for this one. East, east, left. Okay, so there's 8 through 12, 13 through 16. East, whose eyes were aglow. We have 3 more then. 14, 15, 16, yep. Down. His curious nature would not let it go. So he tore down, 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 down. 3 downs. 1, 2, 16, okay. 17, 18, that's 4. His nautical naughtiness knocked down the ship. There's a 1 down. 17. Petrified pirates were muddled and miffed. So they fired their guns at this grand octopus. At 1 leg, at 2 legs, at left legs, then 6. The creature continued with 2 other arms. The northwestern. Okay, so that has to be all 4 on this page. So we have down, left, left, and northwest. There's 20. 21 through 22, the pirates abandoned this nautical nonsense and swam right to shore. They're right. 21, the giggles of gunmen, left. So right and left. Now watch me like write down these signs the wrong way. 23 through 25. Okay, so down, right. Of course, he had left, down, right, left. I think we got it. Oh. All right, Nancy Drew speed run. Has anyone ever tried one of those before? I think are the first. Okay. Has anyone ever tried doing... I'm not a big... Oops. Speedrunner myself. I'm totally a take my time to enjoy things kind of gamer. Down. Right. But I can totally see... I feel like Arglefump on YouTube really does like... He's just so good at these games, he can speedrun them. Down. Up. Down. Right. Emily had to head out, but she's done the speed runs a handful of times. Okay. Those would be fun. Those would be satisfying to watch. There's a huge speedrunning weekend earlier this year. I missed out on that. That's fun. I love that they do it as an event. Do it as an event. Right, left, right, down, 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 left, up, and left, and as if finding the eyeballs wasn't puzzle enough. And this should be it if we did it right. Oh, look at that. Okay, that to that, that to that. And now we run. We're almost done. I do have to run, like, right after this, though. We won't be able to do the... Is that canonically... Canonically, is that Bruno's room? I just don't understand this mansion. It was live on Nancy Drew Races on Twitch. Cool, I'll have to follow that. Fundraising relay is getting worked out right now. Cool. And practice is awesome. I'm so happy I asked that question now. All right, and now we go to... No, that's not exact. That's not. Where'd that big spike go? This thing. Okay. Okay. The animations here go off her. Go off her, Interactive. Look at that. I will never forget one of the funniest things to me. I'll shut up because this is actually a big part of the game. I feel like speedruns would be a smart thing to watch before streaming a game. I do love, like, re-experiencing them again, but, like, sometimes it's nice to know where to go next and have, like, a general outline of the game to follow. Look at this animation. I'll never forget, I saw on Reddit once, it was someone who worked on Secret of the Scarlet Hand, and they're like, yeah, we really wanted to do more animation and, like, more with the game, but we blew our budget on this, like, one section of animation. And they didn't say what it was. Everyone in the comments was speculating, but I'm pretty sure it's like the... Not King Pakal. I think it's like a different person from the Mayan people that you talk about in that game. Crystal Skull. Speaking of Mayan culture, ain't she purty? Yay. Oh no, not ads! Now here's the thing is I should get notified for ads. No! Let me just... I think we have like... I didn't freeze, did I? Okay, I think we're good. Are we back? I think we just missed, like, the biggest part of the game because of ads. Nope, we have, like, 20 seconds. We'll wait. 5, 4, 3, 2. I think you guys are back. And we just missed, like, we missed it. We missed the crystal skull unveiling, I'm pretty sure. Welcome back. Anyways, I was just talking about how in... Uh-oh.
Nancy?
Oh,
That you in
shit,
there?
I forgot this
For
part.
goodness sakes, gal, what on earth have you gone and done?
The lid's closing and I don't know how to stop it.
Here, I'll pull you up. Toss what
I'm
you're holding
getting
up here, then give me
Ghost
a hand.
Dogs flashbacks
Come on,
right
you best
now.
hurry.
Here it
Just in
comes.
time. I made sure to stop before... As soon as I saw
Renee,
ads were
oh,
on.
help, please.
I should have a bot that tells me about it now,
Crystal
darn it.
skull. After all that scheming, how do I finally get it? Why, this
Also,
nice
Nancy,
little
come on.
gal just
We've been through
hands
this
it to me.
before.
Renee, help me. Hurry, please.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye now.
Ooh.
No, you've got to help me. Renee!
Damn it, Nancy.
Renee!
What is this? Is this a matching game? Ah, okay. Well, oh no. Okay. You can kind of... Oh, those two. This is a good one to play, like, with, like, the tinier screen. Or, like, when you, like, window it, and then you can, like, click out when it's, like, lit up and, like, find a bunch of matches really quickly. Okay, this one was a tree. Oh, these two match, these two match. Ah! Give me some flashes, no! Here it is. Trees. We're gonna run out of air in here, probably. These two match, these two match. We're getting close. Imagine this on Senior Detective. Oh. We did it. Who puts a puzzle like this in here as like a fail-safe? Could you imagine getting like clothes in a trunk and like, you know how they just have like the little thing you can pull now? But like they have a puzzle like that on there and you have to like do a matching game real quick to get out. That's so silly. Footprints. Sounds of boat engine. Oh no. Straight. And then out. There we go.
Renee, hold it right there. That skull isn't yours.
Hold it right
Now,
there.
the fact that you just tried to bury me alive.
The skull is mine.
Criminal.
It wants to be mine. Yes, I did my share of scheming to get it. I got Dr. Bolay to go to the authenticators, then switched the letter they wrote saying it was real with one I wrote saying it was fake, in hopes that Dr. Bolay would just hand it over to me. Yes, my plan failed, and yet, here we
Great game
are.
ending though.
I have the skull. Why? Because it knows that
It's dramatic, the drama, the storm.
Bruno Bolay wanted Henry to have it. That's why he had Gilbert Buford steal that painting and hide it in Henry's parents' crypt. Because he hoped that way Henry would eventually find it.
Henry's a fool. If he ever got his hands on this, he would just turn around and give it to that trashy girl.
Okay, but she's not really wrong though.
He
Renee,
wanted it because he was terrified of dying. Gilbert Buford too. And that Lamont fella.
speaking some
He just
truths.
wants to sell it to the highest bidder. But me,
Did I do it in time?
my motives are pure. I am going to protect it so it can rendezvous with all those other skulls. I'm going to be right there
Yes.
when they start conversing, and all the mysteries of the universe are forever solved. Ah!
Love this for our alligator friend.
No, 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 come
Captain Hook, is this you? Tick tock, tick tock.
Renee burst into
That
tears and
moment of
sobbed
just like
and her
regret when you wish you could
smile
reverse
went
a
to skull.
a second in
Amy felt
time.
sorry for her for about
Bernie.
2 seconds. After all, while she may not have meant to cause Bruno's death,
She certainly meant to
Same
call
ending to
Lamont
me
and
as
sealed up in that
Danger on
crypt.
Deception Island.
It felt good to turn her over to the police.
Which, honestly, when I was doing my
Later that
ranking for
night,
Nina
Dr.
Struggles'
Buford
stream
came
the other
in and
day,
apologized for
I
knocking
think
me
that
out
was a
with that
top 5
smoke
game
bomb
for me.
and for allowing himself to think, even for a moment,
I love this
that
part so
Bruno's
much. It's a
crystal
really
skull
good
was
ending.
anything
I
more
do
than a
really
fake
love the
piece of
ending.
quartz. To make up for his
Henry
shameful
definitely would have
behavior,
sold it
he
like a
insisted on taking
dumbass to
Bethany on a
Lamont for
grand
super
tour
cheap.
of
Yeah,
the
he'd be
world,
like, yeah, I'll
seeing
take like
the city through the
$100
eyes
for
of someone who
this.
loves it as
Would.
much as Dr. Buford.
Renee's right.
Who
Henry was not
respected
to be trusted with
He
that
invited
thing.
Henry too, but Henry declined. He was still trying to process
My
the fact
favorite
that his
picture.
great uncle wanted him to have the skull. Henry always thought that to Bruno he was nothing more than an annoying family obligation, someone Bruno couldn't care less about. Yet Bruno's request of Dr. Buford, made with his dying breath, proved that he did care about Henry. Apparently, and unfortunately for Henry, Bruno was the type of man who just couldn't bring himself to say such things out loud. As for Lamont, when he heard what happened, he closed his shop, bought enough marshmallows to fill a swamp boat, and has been scouring the bayous ever since, kicking every log he
I mean, I
comes
don't know
to
if
in
closing
hopes
your
of
shop was
finding
the right
Bernie
financial
and the
decision
crystal
in this
skull
economy,
inside him.
Lamont, but
But Bernie has yet to turn up. Maybe the skull didn't agree with him. Maybe swallowing it caused him to stop associating the sound of a kicked log with yummy sweet things. In any case, the Whisperer has disappeared, lost to the world once again, which is totally fine by me.
I love the ending of this one. Okay. What's the name of Henry's girlfriend? Summer. That bit. No. Oh, we could have 100%ed it, but look at us. We did pretty well. We did not spend enough time with the creepy dummy. We'll start over here. No Clue Left Behind. Okay. Sweet Tooth. We ate all the Cocoa Kringles we possibly could. We tried a whole bunch of spicy gumbo. We should have eaten more gumballs. I knew it. Wasp Whipper. Really got those guys. Chit Chat Champ. Never. I always miss the opportunities to. We only missed 3. We could have probably easily 100% of this one, which I am going to be kicking myself for until the next time we play this. But we also solved the square and marble puzzle in record time. Good for us. Powder Puff for nosing around in all the powders at Zeke's. Egghead for finding an Easter egg. Excuse me. We're Basket Case. We found all 3. And we're also a trivia tamer. Having Whisper, like, randomly show up in another game would be... No, it would be. I was thinking that. Or, like, the alligator or something. Or, like, just, like, a little, like, news article of someone finding, like, a crystal skull in an like, a washed-up alligator or something. This would have been a fun game to, like, have a little Easter egg for a later game. Oh, we were so close to 100%ing, though. I'm so sorry Nightbot keeps yelling at you guys for typing it in all caps. We can't yell here, you guys. Nightbot won't let us. I will need to fix that for next time. So for next time, we'll go through credits just because we have to watch what the next game
Italian
is.
police called me personally and requested that I travel to Italy and help them stake out a suspected thief in Venice. Unfortunately, what started out as a simple assignment in a city filled with canals, gondolas, and romance quickly morphed into a full-fledged undercover operation. And I soon found myself trapped in a maze of lies, disguises, and danger. Help me find
I mean,
my
I get it
way
in terms of,
join me
like,
in my next adventure,
keeping spammy things out of
Phantom of Venice.
channel, but we love caps here. How else do we express ourselves? Oh, it's Phantom of Venice next. I've been feeling like the universe has been pointing me towards, and Megan in chat also. Man, we almost got all of our stars for a junior detective badge. We'll have to think about which one's next. I'm sorry, Rachel. Ven's a great game, but I get so... Maybe we'll take a break from... Maybe we'll wait on Ven then, because... Yeah, 4 emotes is too much. Okay. Let's go back to just chatting here. We'll close out of our game. I think my husband's home, actually, so that's perfect timing. Okay. I'll probably put a poll up if I get the Discord up in time. I will put a poll in the Discord, too, or we can just, like, chat about, like, game suggestions and stuff. But I will have a poll on my Instagram story probably, like, a couple days leading up to stream next week. So, like, Monday, Tuesday. and we can talk about the next one. I think it's going to be Alibi. I think Alibi would be a really fun one to stream. But like I said, I love all the games. I could play any game at any given time. Oh, thank you. We'll enjoy our steak dinner. I'm so excited to get stuff for it tonight. Steak, asparagus, Caesar salad. It's going to be a good one. Hope you guys have a wonderful week and Easter weekend if you celebrate, or I hope just nice weather is heading your way. Spring is here, guys. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. It's green outside. I'm so excited. As a Minnesotan, this is always such a good beacon of hope for the year. All right, I will see you guys Wednesday next week for sure. Probably not this weekend. We'll be busy. We have a birthday party and Easter celebration stuff. And thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I look forward to these. Anya, she just texted me that Nightbot timed her out for 10 minutes. We will fix Nightbot for the next stream. I'm sorry that they're getting so mad at you guys, but okay. Bye. Have a great week. I will see you guys